Hello RTI dealers, today we are introducing Integration Designer 11.12. This is our first release since being acquired by AV Pro Global, and it will not disappoint. My name is Vincent, and I'm going to illustrate many of the new features and enhancements in version 11.12. Let's kick things off with a few of the under-the-hood improvements before demonstrating some of the exciting features in the software. Let's talk about the first enhancement. Control object support has been improved. As part of the ongoing streamlining for future releases, we've started reorganizing the control objects. Now, when you're in controller view, you'll only see the objects that are compatible. With this release, we're taking the first step towards that goal. The auto programming engine is now smarter about what devices need to have programming applied. We reorganized some of the drivers into more specific template categories. When adding certain devices, you'll have a better all-around programming experience. We've resolved very long processing time issues when performing operations on multiple buttons or complex pages. In certain situations, the software will get hung up when pushing changes to multiple buttons in certain scenarios. We've made the software processing utilize a much faster approach. Our intelligent surface remotes will now send infrared signals properly when inside a viewport. This was one of the many general bug fixes that our dealers reported. This problem is now resolved. Cloning a controller no longer causes issues with certain drivers. Dealers also reported issues with drivers when cloning controllers. This has also been resolved. Now let's get into some of the features that have been added or enhanced. A new Coral template is available for the new Sonos integration. In addition, the grouping page now displays missing lists properly. We now include the resolution, screen size, and color information of our controllers in the Add Workspace item. Sometimes it's the little things, and this helps a lot. I think you'll agree that adding a controller has a much improved view. We improved the Tag Manager with direct navigation to target buttons. Access the Tag Manager in the Edit menu, then select any tag from the list. On the right side, select any controller and it will take you directly to the page where the tag appears. Dragging and dropping tags now opens the macro editor for the drop tag. This is another great feature based on dealer feedback. When using the tag browser and dragging and dropping tags to a button or feedback, it takes you directly to the macro editor. This reduces the amount of clicking within the window. We've added smart initial landing pages when opening a new controller or device. When selecting any controller in the workspace, you are taken immediately to the first page in the controller view. This is a subtle but welcome improvement to navigation in the workspace. The ISR remotes are now fully supported as global controllers. We've enhanced the Coral template for the intelligent surface remotes by adding multi-room capabilities. When placing an ISR in the global area, you now unlock all the special features that are part of the multi-room browsing experience. Simply put, you may now use any ISR, if you like, as a multi-room controller. Speaking of intelligent surface remotes, we've now added support for the ISR-AB Intelligent Surface Remote Advanced Base. The Advanced Base is now shipping. Featuring a 3-scene keypad and a Find My Remote button, this base serves as a dedicated RTI access point thanks to a PoE port on the base itself. If you want to power it locally, you have the option to connect it to the Wi-Fi network wirelessly in repeater mode. We will have a separate video demonstrating the ISR-AB installation and programming. We've enhanced the overall experience with refining the user interface with improved zoom and pan controls. Now you have precise zoom control when reviewing or editing the user interface. Select the zoom percentage and a slider will appear. You can adjust the slider in tight increments, making it even easier to create and edit user interfaces. We've added a method to select buttons that are positioned under other buttons. No matter how buttons are overlapped on the same layer, you can now select any of them instead of moving buttons away and wreaking havoc on your user interface. In this example, I can access the current button in the foreground or any of the 2 buttons in the background. Now you don't need to relocate buttons that are overlapped just to make changes. We've added several additional button paste operations, such as paste to multiple buttons, paste icons, and others. Now you can copy a bitmap, icon, or style, or even all graphics, and paste them to as many buttons as you want. In this example, I like the bitmap on my Hulu button and want to apply it to the rest of the user interface. I'll copy the Hulu button and select the other buttons before selecting paste. I will paste the bitmap, then I'll paste the style. I can also paste icons or all graphics. We've improved the controller printing system with several new print options. Now you can print or PDF a controller user interface with a variety of options. This is ideal for end-user documentation, dealer showcases, and client profiles. Select File from the toolbar, then Print. Access your printer in the Printer selection field. I can print the current page or multiple pages on one sheet. I can also select multiple pages, which is printed 1 per sheet. There's also an option to select all controller pages, or you may specify a range. Under Options, you can uncheck the header, print both controller orientations, and print hard keys for all controllers. If you are printing in one orientation, you can specify portrait or landscape. In the print preview, there are some navigation buttons to preview the interface. We've added a comprehensive system report function to create reports detailing the system configuration. Installers have been asking about this one for a long time, and we finally delivered. Now you can generate system reports based on a variety of different categories. Now programmers can pass these reports to installers for easy installation or provide them in their end-user package. Select File from the toolbar and generate a system report. The report contents allow you to control a variety of different categories. I'll leave all the categories selected. You can generate the report in HTML, text, or PDF. Let's preview the report before saving it. Once the report is generated, I can browse through the report, system information and usage summary, control processors and expansion devices, ports and connections, driver information, control devices, and many others. I encourage RTI dealers to take a look at these reports and see how they can really help your business. We didn't even touch the surface of all the report categories, so be sure to take a look. Before I discuss the last addition to the software, I want to thank the engineering team, product development, beta testers, and especially AV Pro. As many people in our industry know, AV Pro doesn't just listen to dealers and business partners, but they also act on it. I can't tell you how excited I am for the future of RTI Control and our dealers under the AV Pro umbrella. The last feature is one of those listen and act features. The last feature we have in Integration Designer 11.12 is the discontinuation of RTI panel licensing. I am happy to announce that after updating to a newly released firmware, there is no longer a need to purchase or install RTI panel licenses in Integration Designer. Thank you for the continued business and support, and it was a pleasure to announce the latest enhancements to Integration Designer 11.12.